Obviously Phil's got the shot and the speed, and Malkin's got the size and the hands and the vision, and Crosby's the kind of the all-around guy. So it's they all offer something different, but they all warrant our respect for sure.
Talk a little bit about your team and just kind of where things are at. A few days between games, hard practices, and just a feeling.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's we had a couple of good days of practice here to sort a few things out and come ready to play and put together a full effort.
Zach.
I haven't noticed, much other than obviously, there's people are grumpy and happy when things don't go right. But I think that's everywhere. I mean, when you have a tough start, coaches get on you, fans get on you, media gets on you, teammates start getting on each other's nerves and stuff like that. But it's no different here than other places I've been. So definitely, like we just talked about, the pressure. The pressure is on to get things moving in the right direction. And like I said, you just want to focus on having a fresh start with a fresh month and like I said, leave October in October and get things going again, because it was a lot of fun last year and the experience that we had, and I think it's a great test with a really good opponent here tonight.
All right, and on that note, so obviously you want to focus on your team's game, but does it help your group facing, arguably the best team in the National Hockey League, a two-time Stanley Cup champion?
I think so. I thought we played a pretty good game against them in Pittsburgh, and it was not too long ago that we did play them. So we know the challenges that we face here tonight, and guys get a little excited when you're playing against one of the best teams in the league, against some of the best players in the league, and we gotta definitely step up our game if we want to have success tonight.
Perfect.
Morning, Todd. You know, a couple words I've heard from you and some of the players over the last few days are hesitation and indecisiveness.
Yep.
Some of the struggles. How do you get that out? Is it just watching video? Is it having something good happen in a game? How do you work?
Well, I think when you use those words, you're probably combining it with confidence, and confidence comes from doing things the right way, doing it right all the time, and then you naturally are making those decisions quicker, and you're reacting to them quicker. When you're not doing it right all the time, and there becomes the hesitation, should I go or shouldn't I go? And you know, we have an opportunity tonight to do things right for 60 minutes, and that's what we're shooting for. And reading and reacting off your teammates is also important. On-ice communication takes away some of the indecisiveness, verbal cues. You know, so there's a number of things that can make individuals indecisive, which collectively sometimes makes the team indecisive.
You know, the old saying, you practice as you play. You practiced a lot in October because you didn't actually have a lot of games compared to some other teams. Have you seen, from your perspective, maybe an improvement in some of the attentions to detail in practice over the last, say, week or so? Or you think none of it matters until it...
Well, I didn't think we lost a lot of detail in practice or didn't have it right from the beginning of the year through. We had to be reminded every now and then that we have to have a solid work ethic. But we spent a lot of time reinforcing details, obviously working on special teams, because those are two areas, power play and penalty kill, that are and can make a huge difference. I look at this Pittsburgh team, and you know, they're obviously a Stanley Cup champ team, and they have some key players, but their power play and penalty kill has been able to get them through some wins. Their 5-on-5 play, I'm sure they would like it to be better, their goal differential and that type of stuff. And ours is similar. We have to perform better in those areas. So we spent numerous hours over the past week or two in those different areas. And at some point, the results have to show up. That's the next step.
Todd, one of the strengths in Nurse's game recently, as you talked about, was moving the puck with his feet and skating it up ice. If he's going to be on the ice a lot against Malkin or Crosby tonight, does his decision-making have to be different given that matchup, or is the light still as green for him to get it and go?
Well, he's probably been our best as far as knowing when to go and when not to, when to pinch and when not to. There's not very many scoring chances he's showing up in, and you're going, why are you going now, or why didn't you go? So we'll leave him alone. We're not going to go talk to him and say, hey, well, be careful or be safe. He's relied on his instincts, and he's one of the most decisive defensemen we've had right now. So the last thing we're going to do is go and you know, fiddle around between his ears.
Your entire defense core, Todd, we see around the NHL, everybody's preaching engage from your back end. Chris Russell was a player you challenged, similar to Nugent Hopkins, to think a little bit more offensive at times, and he has 4 points, which is a big increase from last year. Collectively, is your defense engaging into the rush as much as you would like?
It is. Some of the metrics that we get tell us they are. But again, it's like practicing and the power play and penalty kill. Eventually, you have to get some results. And, you know, the metrics we get don't include the times where they are open and maybe the forwards aren't seeing them. So when you look at offense from the back end, it's not just on the 6 guys that are called defensemen. A lot of times that has to be generated by forwards hitting them at the right time in the right spot, and the defensemen arriving on time, not too early, not too late. So it all goes together.
You played a pretty tight defensive game against them last time in Pittsburgh. Do you look at that game and try to kind of model tonight after that game?
Yeah, there's some things that we want to do better, obviously. But the group was, our group was well aware that they are a very quick, hard forechecking team that creates a lot of turnovers, and they have an offensive tenacity that's as good as anybody's in the league. And we accepted that. We were willing to play against that, and it took all 60 minutes of belief in that to just get a point. So we have to be better in some areas, but the game plan won't change a lot.
That 3-game road trip, probably the best stretch of defensive play you've had. Your last 5 home games, you've given up 25 goals. I know that you don't necessarily believe that the team plays a lot different home and away, but What kind of bookended around those 3 games where the defense just hasn't been at the level it was in those 3? What's changed before and after?
Well, the games that we've played here at home, if you just look at the number of goals we needed, forget the Calgary game, but the 5 games after, the number of goals we needed to win those games, it doesn't happen in the NHL. I think it was 6, 7, 6, 5, and 6. It doesn't happen in the NHL on a regular basis or ever that those type of numbers come up 5 times in a row at home. So, well, everybody's talking about, hey, the Oilers' offense, the Oilers' offense. The Oilers' defense has to be better. It has to keep teams at 3 and allow the offense to only get, 3.5 or 4 a night. Because we're not getting 6, 7, 6, 5, 6. And right now, our group is torn a little bit between, hey, I got to score more, but while we're doing that, we're giving up more. I thought we had that fixed on the road trip, where we checked and took a lot of pride in it. It got away on us a little bit again. We'll try and reel it in and correct it here tonight. Good.